I've watched that hit probably 20 times now. And you have no idea how many times I did that in my career and got fined once in a while. But now you hit someone like that, who on some level you could say is a defenseless player. He was kind of defenseless. But here is the issue, and here's the biggest problem I have. You're in the heat of battle. Your mindset is kill or be killed, because the offensive linemen they're still coming at you. You're in war, and you're supposed to be able to be violent sometimes. And other times, you're supposed to be able to just take your foot off the gas like that. That is hard, my friend. And I feel for this guy. Do I think he should be fined? Yes. Do I think he should be kicked out of the league? No. I think it is absolutely dead wrong. This guy has handled himself like a pro. And yes, he is a violent mother effer. And I love the way he plays the game of football. And I truly believe this guy has cleaned up his act from previous years when he was with Cincinnati, and he is playing a cleaner brand of football. But the hit the other day, that was a rough one to watch.
So, Bill, you say a suspension or just a fine would have been appropriate here, just not the entire season?
I think a fine, maybe a game, because there's previous stuff. Other people just get kicked out of the game.
Right.
And, I've been kicked out of games for things like that. So I get it. But for him to be suspended for the season, I think is bullshit.
We know you were around the team, particularly in the offseason training camp, Bill. In your conversations with Vontaze Burfict, anything you could say about him as a person? Because I think people don't know him. We don't know what this guy's like. Is this guy a monster, or is that not the case? Is that a misconception about him?
Hey, you know what? He's to me, he plays the game the way it's supposed to be played. Did he take it too far? Yeah, he took it too far. And he's taken it too far quite a few times. And I think, my dealings with him, nothing but a good guy. A guy who's probably the smartest football mind in the room.
Wow.
And he knows he's a true pro when it comes to knowing your stuff, what you got to do, get everybody lined up. He's a true pro. And he was there to help the Raiders win. And I believe he was making a huge impact. And like I said, I think he's a good guy. But I will say this. When you look at that man in the eyes, he is a scary dude.
I believe it.
Scary in a good way when he's on your team. Because he's going to be sticking people on the opposing team. And that's what you love. The Raiders defense has gotten their ass kicked the past couple weeks.
Yeah.
So what do you think happens in the meeting rooms?
The coach are chewing them out.
Yeah, they turn up the intensity. They start calling you out in practice. I had this happen to me. I had it happen to me at the Raiders, and I got in a fight that was not something that was hey, I've gotten in a lot of fights, but I had never hurt a teammate. And I hurt a teammate, and here's what it was. We'd gotten our asses kicked by the Minnesota Vikings in a preseason game, and The next day in practice, coaches were calling us pussies. What's wrong with you? You're soft. Hit him. Hit him harder. And what do? You turn up the volume, you turn up the intensity, and you start smacking people. And you start going after them, your own teammates. That's what happened. And, Burfict, in the heat of battle, made a bad decision. And, hey, I hurt for him. I hurt for the Raiders. Paul Gunther is a friend of mine. I love him. And I hurt for him because I know he stepped out on a limb for this guy. And I do not believe in my heart that he should be suspended, Burfict, for the season. I think it's really a bad move by the NFL.